Welcome back to Ali Mechanic. In today's episode we're going to be changing the shock absorber. I know I did this in a previous video, but it would appear that I have the same issue again. It seems to be leaking. So if you give me a few minutes, I'll flick you round and you'll see it. Right. You see the top of the shock absorber is wet there. So I'm going to whip that off and we're going to spin that out and take the whole strut out again just to change it. So you bear with me. Look, there's Mick, drop the toolbox. Sorry guys, we didn't film what we were doing, but that's the spring off, and the reason we didn't film it is because it was lashing down with rain. But that's that. Upper control arms, I've seen better days. They're not knackered, but I'm going to replace them anyway. Mick's just putting the clamps on just now. Won't be that long, but we'll show you as we go further on. Okay, right, we've got all this apart now. That shock absorber was the one that was leaking, as I showed you at the start. It was leaking. There is a bit of resistance in it, so it's not totally feg-acked. There should be a washer that goes onto the top of that shock, yeah? It goes on the top of the shock, yeah? And then the strut top mount goes on top of it, eh?
Oh, that was on the top.
Well, it should have been the other way round, eh?
Yeah. What, at the bottom here? Oh, I saw there is a...
Aye, there's a recess for it, eh?
Well, it's staining the...
Aye, well it goes that way.
Yeah.
It goes the other way, yeah. It goes on top of the shock and then the shock. Right, so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to set that up so that the shock, we're going to basically rebuild it. Right, okay? So, join us in a second when we'll show you it rebuilt. Okay? Back together now. The old one line next to it, the one that was leaking. And that's the other one completely back together. The spring doesn't look that healthy, and I would paint it normally, but I'm not painting it on a damp day. Parts came from Napa, and I'm not sponsored by Napa. But we've just two new upper control arms to fit now, and we should be good. So it's all looking a-okay at the moment. So we'll come back to you when we're better further on. Okay, right. That's us Mick's tightening the bolts at the top. So it should be good there, Mick, eh? So we've to put the upper control arm on and the 18mm bolt in the bottom and the 16 in here. And I advise anybody that's doing one of these things with a pinch bolt there to well cover it in grease. You know, mine has not been too bad because I've had this one off a couple of times. It was off last year, but I do advise to plaster it. This bolt, 16mm bolt, plaster it in copper grease, and see, to get it out, use loads of heat and loads of penetrating fluid. Doesn't have to be double T, it could be WD-40, and that should get it back in. Right, well, I'm going to crack on putting this back together before it starts raining again, guys. So we'll speak. That's it all back together now, folks. That's utter bastard, a pinch bolt that. But axle stands and all that are about to come away. It's lashing down with rain here. Has been since earlier on. You'll notice we've got the bottom one in, new shocks fitted, looks no bad. We'll be firing the wheel on it, and that'll be doing this for the day. So you can say thumbs up for me and a thumbs up from the rest of you. Right, thanks for joining me.